Hey guys, Dr. Ko here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing What If Minato Spirit Merged with Naruto Part 13. Now as usual, if you guys want to know what happened previously, please check my channel at Dr. Kahu, go to my video section and find the last 12 videos that I made previously, so you don't enter into any form of spoilers or you don't get confused upon the storyline that's at hand, okay? Without further ado guys, let's get into this next part of What If Minato Spirit Merged with Naruto Part 13. Now let's begin. Now when I last left off, Obito with the Rinnegan has just confronted Orochimaru. Now Orochimaru at this point pretty much looks like Kabuto, but with perfect Jugo Sage mode, so he doesn't need to jump out of the body to make new ones no more. For all intents and purposes, this is his new perfect body. Now when Obito confronts him, without hesitation, Orochimaru instantly summons the blinding Genjutsu. Just long enough to blind Obito to the point where he can do the reanimation jutsu and summon all his reanimations. Not only that, all his newly upgraded curse monsters, and a lot of them have Suigetsu's abilities. Like Orochimaru was able to merge a lot of these clones' DNAs with Suigetsu and Karin, so they have massive chakra and healing abilities. You know, and that they can either turn into liquid. Yes, and they can all do curse mark like Jugo. So he pretty much has hundreds of those, and he has all his reanimations. Now the difference between Orochimaru's reanimations and Kabuto's is that Orochimaru's reanimations are way more stronger, way more obedient, okay? And so what happens is Orochimaru instantly activates all the reanimation jutsus. He's already got Kakuzu Hidan, Sasori's DNA. He doesn't have Konan. He has Nagato, which he's going to resurrect, and he's got Itachi, but he doesn't resurrect him because Itachi's still alive. And what's it called? Knowing that just as Obito wakes out of the blind stupor, even though he has the Rinnegan, this ability was a Sage Jutsu on the same one that Kabuto did against one Eternal Monogekyo Sharingan Sasuke and a Reanimation Itachi Monogekyo. So he was able to blind them long enough. So what happened is, as Obito starts to get out of the stupor or his blindness, Orochimaru puts all his cards on the tables and reanimates Madara. Now the mistake of reanimating Madara without instantly being aware, Madara breaks control instantaneously from Orochimaru without hesitating and does the reverse reanimation jutsu, and he reverses the control that Orochimaru had on him. And then what happens after he does this, he goes, so you failed me, Obito, huh? And he sees the eye in Obito and he goes, you've taken one of my eyes. Seems you're in a whole total loss, huh? Now Obito looks at him and goes, Orochimaru, I apologize for failing. Apologize, but now that you're here, you can help me. Now Orochimaru is kind of pissed off that Madara broke his control, but when Obito came to, he saw what Madara did, and then when all the Orochimaru clones around him, or all the curse mark monsters and the reanimation clones are all around, are ready to attack. But what happens is Madara teleports by Orochimaru and grabs him and puts him under a real powerful genjutsu, but it doesn't work. Orochimaru laughs on his face, goes, like you can genjutsu me. I removed my vision the moment I saw Obito with the Rinnegan and Sharingan. And he goes, Obito, weren't you Minato Namikaze's student? You survived. How interesting. Will Kakashi feel? Licks his lips, he goes, And then Orochimaru kicks kicks at Madara, but what happens is Madara easily catches the attack and chucks him into the ground. And this is Madara with just the base Sharingan, reanimated Madara, and he has upgrades with Hashiraman's face on his body and shit like that. So what happens is, when Madara looks at Orochimaru, he goes, interesting, you're in Sage mode, I see. No wonder you're harder to take down. No matter. And he goes, reanimations. Madara puts his hands together and summons a massive Susanoo, bodies all the reanimation clone and the Sage monsters away. And not only that, Obito is rushing at Orochimaru. But what happens is, as the battle is about to get really, really heated, Orochimaru stops all the reanimations and tells him he didn't do this to fight you guys. I did this to show you what kind of strength I have. Madara goes, well, go on, and he goes, I want to help in your war effort. Madara walks over and goes, how can I trust you? And he goes, you can't. But then again, I won't fail you like that one over there. Obito is angry and is about to tell Madara Don't listen to the fool, but Madara goes, okay then, Orochimaru. Is it? And he goes, yes, my name is Orochimaru. He goes, fine, you help me with the rest of this mission, and I'll also help you with what you need. What do you need? And he goes, well, for one, and he looks at Black Zetsu and he goes, that one over there, wasn't he a whole creature? Why is he only half? And then Black Zetsu states that he was part of one called Zetsu, and that there's many others. And then what happens is, Obito shows Orochimaru all the Zetsu clones with Madara, of course, under the Gedo statue. From there, they consolidate their forces, and Orochimaru states that he'll upgrade all the Zetsus, pretty much like Kabuto does. And Madara, for the most part, unlike Obito, Madara goes, okay, fine, he's sweet as with that. So they go do it. He upgrades. He goes to work upgrading all the Zetsu clones, and not only that, he pretty much builds his forces and armies. And as this is going, Obito tells Madara exactly why it's happened. 1 Tails and 8 Tails still live, and 9 Tails is out. And then what happens when Madara tries to reverse summon Kurama instantly gets shocked and wakes up in Naruto. He's like, oh no, how can this be? This chakra. Naruto's like, what's happening, Kurama? And he goes, nothing good ever came from that chakra. Naruto goes, what is that? What chakra? And he goes, it's the chakra of Madara Uchiha, the one that once held me before. I don't know why, but its energy is pulling me towards him as if he wants to summon me. Naruto goes, I can feel it. Naruto weaves a hand sign and puts an extra layer of protection over the 9 Tails and Naruto. So what happens after he does that, Kurama gets kind of relieved, and then he tells him, if this is truly Madara, we have no time to lose, Naruto. We need to get a hold of everyone that's around. And what happens is, as this is going down, Naruto rushes to the Hokage's office using the flying Raijin. He tells Jiraiya everything that 9 Tails just stated, that Madara Uchiha is possibly alive, and he tried to summon Kurama, and then from there, Jiraiya without hesitation instantly takes Naruto's counsel 100%, and he gets a hold of all the Kages. Now, as he gets a hold of the Kazekage, the Hidden Sand is getting actually attacked by multiple cursed creatures, and for the most part, Gaara's doing pretty good. But what happens is Obito appears with Madara, and Madara instantly appears by Gaara and fucking wastes Gaara, destroys him completely. And then what happens? He kicks Gaara away, and he puts a chakra chain right through Gaara's chest, and he rips out the 1 Tails using that chakra chain, the purple one. And then from there, Obito teleports them away. Gaara's left and he's died. He dead. Gaara's dead. He dies because Madara just fucking savaged him. So what happens after he teleports away? He even though he's got the Shikaku DNA and power within him, he chucks the rest of it into the Gedo statue. And then from there, when Madara looks at Genkaku, and Genkaku goes, how interesting. He runs up to them, even because they're Orochimaru's reanimations. He runs up to them, instantly beats them, puts a seal upon them and chucks them, and then he gets the Gedo statue to eat them. And the Gedo statue eats them. Now, even though they fucked up the timing of that, Madara goes, he'll just get before he gets the 8 Tails absorbed, he'll just get the Gedo statue to spit them out, and then reabsorb them after. If we can't get the 9 Tails from Naruto right away, well, we're just gonna have to do what we got. Obito agrees, and so what happens is, everyone of the Kage now just found out that Gaara's dead, and that a man fitting the description of Madara Uchiha and a masked man had a life came into it. So what happens is the Hidden Sand looks to the Hidden Leaf for help, and Hidden Leaf, they're helping them instantly. Naruto sends shadow clones with reverse summoning tags, what's it called, flying Raijin tags, to teleport people there and backwards and forth. And not only that, because Naruto tagged all the other Kage, he teleports all around, honing, like getting all their resources ready, preparing themselves. And then what happens is, because Obito in this what if doesn't declare the next great ninja war, as opposed to in canon, all the Kage after Gaara dying takes this as the absolute prelude to war. So for the most part, they coordinate exactly near the same as towards canon. But what happens is the person that leads the army is actually Jiraiya himself. He don't stay in the Raikage's HQ. And then from there, all the sensory squads go and find all these massive armies attacking everywhere, or just coming towards the chakra that's built up at the hidden cloud. And so what happens is Naruto goes to every village and teleports everyone to all their forces to the hidden cloud area district to help prevent them from taking Killer Bee. And then what happens is Naruto's feeling a lot of chakra loss from this, doing so he's pretty fucking tired. So he sits out for a bit eating some chakra pills, and him and Kurama infusing chakra, getting them stronger, and then making them stronger and stronger, building the energy up. Now as this goes down, all the Zetsu and the curse monsters, for the most part, are fucking doing great. Even the reanimations are doing gangster. Now when all the Kage come, what happens is, because there's no Gaara, there's no one to really stop Gaara's dead. But what happens is Naruto instantly appears not far from where all the previous Kages are. He easily assesses how fast they are, how powerful they are, and he finds that Lord Mu, the Tsuchikage, the one that does the steam imp, that's the dangerous one. So Naruto, without hesitating, instantly breaks himself into 5 clones, and at max speed they all jump around. They catch everyone off guard. Instantly seals the Mitsukage, the Tsuchikage, and the Kazekage is the Raikage. He's the only one that could react to Naruto, the third Raikage. So when Naruto came by him, the third Raikage was able to duck and jump away. And when Naruto sees this, he's like, incredible, he's fast, eh? And Naruto's only in his base form, so what happens is Naruto amps it up with KCM2 Chakra Cloak and Sage Mode, and he understands that he just can't fuck around. And what happens is when the Raikage sees this, he blasts his chakra to the max, and where he does his invincible spear, he charges at Naruto with the attack. And Naruto goes, he watches, instead of like going through the whole monologue and of trying to go ascertain how to beat the Raikage, Naruto makes a Rasengan, but a real powerful Rasengan, not a shit one, a real powerful Rasengan. Instantly teleports right to where the Raikage is, pretty much to everyone's look. And when the Raikage tries to puncture Naruto or pierce him, Naruto easily dodges it and puts a Rasengan right through him, a 1-star Rasengan right through him, completely destroying his chakra shield, electrical chakra cloak. And not only that, his body starts to scatter, and Naruto instantly weaves hand signs, puts a seal on him, and Naruto dealt with all the Kage clones. And then not only that, Naruto makes thousands of shadow clones to go all over Hidden Cloud. Now as this is happening, Naruto fighting them hardcore, Killer Bee at the same time was about to interfere, but he's confronted by 2 people, the Masked Man and Obito. Now everyone's fighting the same, the Raikage and them all in the same area, handling the affairs, but because Gaara's gone, everything's so out of whack, everything's so not so straight. But the Hidden Sand listened to the Hidden Leaf hardcore, and because there was no one to give that amazing speech that Gaara gave, the clans the villagers just working together just to help each other for now until when they need to, and they'll kill each other after. But what happens is Dry notices it, and he jumps on top. He summons Gamabunta and all that, and gets Gamabunta and them to jump on the fields. And Jiraiya talks to everyone while they're battling. He gets Iniwichi to connect his mind to them, and from there he talks to all of them, gives them his talk no jutsu, because Naruto learned that from him. And from there, all the villagers stop seeing themselves as individual villagers and sees themselves as one unit against this common foe, and they've got to protect 8 Tails. Naruto's already protecting them, going out of their way. Their job is to protect 8 Tails and 9 Tails. And so from there, Killer Bee is confronted, and he pulls out all his blades, readies himself for battle against Obito and Madara. And as the battle is just about to start, Naruto comes along as an orange streak, and he goes right through Obito. As he goes right through Obito, his plan was to hit Madara, and he does. For the most part, Madara was just able to catch his hand, but he gets sent flying. And then when Madara recovers, he sees Naruto and goes, "So you're the brat that holds the 9 Tails? Ah, how sweet! The 8 Tails Jinchuriki and the 9 Tails right in front of me. This is my birthday." And what happens is Obito summons the Gedo statue, and when the Gedo statue gets there, it goes crazy. It just loses the fucking plot. And then what happens? Obito summons all the other Jinchuriki, even Gaara. Puts 1 Tails in Gaara, and then just like how all the other. So the only two Jinchuriki that are around are Killer Bee and Naruto, and for the most part, they're doing the best they can. Naruto can easily fight off all the other tail beasts by himself, But with the Killer Bee, they do much better. But the problem is Madara. Madara is the problem. And so as they continue battling, Madara tries to think he has the upper hand. Out of nowhere, Sasuke blitzes with a massive lightning kick right at Madara's face, sends him flying. But Madara is able to recover and starts to begin to summon his Susanoo. And then right in front of Madara, Susanoo appears, a purple one with horns, and Sasuke goes, huh. And to think you're the legendary Madara Uchiha? I am not impressed. Madara looks at Sasuke and goes, this damn brat wants to talk down to me. Goes into a near full Susanoo state where he has the 2 heads and the 2 arms and all that shit. And Sasuke goes and instantly summons the Susanoo to the point where they manifest legs and that slight cloth or armor that goes over slightly. Madara sees this, goes, maybe you're not so useless after all, brat. And Sasuke goes, I'll make you eat those words, you relic. And when their battle begins, and for the most part it's pretty epic until the point where Itachi has to interfere. Now both Sasuke and Itachi have like twin Mangekyo, so they're able to both utilize their powers and Susanoo abilities together. Sasuke even has a sort of form like the Yada mirror, like Itachi, not as powerful but still. And not only that, he has a blade of sealing, pretty similar, but it's more like an arrow, a crossbow arrow sealing. And what happens is Madara at first doesn't pick it up, and when Sasuke is shooting random arrows at him, Madara is able to jump away, and what happens is when he sees the arrows hit the ground, they go into a massive bubble state that begins to seal, and what happens is Madara's like, how interesting. You have the effects of the Totsuka blade in your area scene, and Itachi and Sasuke are like, what? And they go, how did you? And Madara goes, I came before your time. I know as much as you probably know or more. I don't know, you little brats. We'll see how things go. Madara starts to press himself and he puts his hands together and shows them true power. He summons a gigantic meteor. When he does that, Itachi opens the Susanoo's hand and he summons the Masakatama beads and shoots hundreds of them at them, and they destroy the meteor. Madara's like, very good. And can you stop this one? And as the next one comes, the Tsuchikage flies out with max power, grabs onto the meteor and instantly does the lightning boulder jutsu, lightens it and then chucks it at Madara. Instead of chucking it and letting it stop, and he chucks it at Madara with the help of Sasuke, of course. And then Inoki falls down to the ground. He gets caught by Lady Tsunade. Tsunade holds him and heals his back. And what happens is, because everyone's fighting in multiple fronts, all in the hidden cloud area to try to get Killer Bee. Now what happens is Killer Bee for the most part has handled himself against Obito quite well. And what happens is Sasuke is taking Madara on, and Naruto is just gaining composure from his tiny bits of scuffle with Madara. Now when Naruto sees that Killer Bee's for the most part doing great but not doing that good at the same time, Naruto instantly interferes in his yellow cloak state. And then what happens when he interferes, all the other Jinchuriki, all the other 7 Jinchuriki go to attack them. They all go into the tail beast state and they attack hardcore without hesitation. Naruto and Killer Bee sees this, so what happens is Killer Bee says, I'm gonna transform Naruto. You understand? Naruto goes, oh good. And then what happens? Killer Bee goes, wee, turns to the gigantic octopus dude, readies himself, and when he does this, he starts to swipe and uses his tails to smash everything. And then what happens? Naruto sits down on Eido's head, puts his hands together and opens his eyes, and his chakra instantly envelops the 8 tails. So the 9 tails chakra merges with the 8 tails over top anyway. And this makes the Geto statue go crazy. To the point where the Geto statue starting to like fucking go handy. And then what happens is Madara realizes all he needs is a tiny bit of 8 tails to start it off, to start his power off. And what happens? Madara knocks Sasuke away, and goes perfect Susanoo for a split second against Itachi and Sasuke, and unsheathes the sword a little bit, and instantly makes an echo that makes them blow away. And then this perfect Susanoo, Madara jumps down and swipes massively down to where Eido and Naruto are sitting. And as it comes down, 8 Tails is able to catch the sword with its tail, because it's being protected by Naruto's chakra as well, and the Kurama chakra. So he's able to catch it and deflect it. And Madara sees this, goes, how interesting. And he goes, but you didn't see this, did you? Then Madara lifts up his right hand and a massive chain connects to Killer Bee's tail. And not only that, because Naruto's chakra is connected to it, it connects instantly to the 9 Tails chakra. Then Madara, what he does is he summons the Geto statue right behind him. The Geto statue spits out Eido, 8 Tails and all that shit. And he begins to try rip out, he spits out Gengaku and Genkaku. He begins to rip out the 8 tails, and for the most part rips out nearly half of the chakra. But that's all he needs, and he rips out a little bit more of Naruto's chakra. And then what happens is the 8 tails get swallowed up by the Gedo statue, and the 9 tails chakra with the with Genkaku and Genkaku get chucked in too. So they have like at least like 30% of the 9 tails, but that's enough. The Gedo statue goes crazy and begins to transform, shaking everything. The 9 tails and Naruto revert back to their base forms. Naruto sees as he understands that he made a stupid mistake. Sasuke and see this too, and Naruto's kind of on one knee, feeling the chakra loss. Sasuke appears, grabs Naruto, and jumps away, and so does Itachi with Killer Bee. And as the Gedo statues going handy, Guy and Kakashi take Naruto's and Sasuke's place, and they ready themselves. Guy goes into 7 gates, and Kakashi activates his Kamui eyes, and for the most part they try to get ready for the battle, you know. And what happens is, by their surprise, there's no true battle. What happens is the 10 tails slowly but surely manifest into that weird looking shape with the big ass gigantic mouth, and then from there Obito completely absorbs the 10 tails inside into him using the sealing jutsu. And this takes Madara by surprise, but he knew this was going to happen. He knew that he would have to fight Sasuke Obito one time, and so from there Obito becomes Jubito. And from there, things go near towards canon. It's just the fact that Naruto is way stronger, faster, and Killer Bee's around too. So what happens is, before Killer Bee's drained and he knows that he can't do nothing right now, so he tells Naruto to give him his hand, and they fist bump, and what happens is, Killer Bee gives Naruto at least a good 30% of the chakra of the 8 tails to help him out. And for the most part, it does well. And then from there, the 10 tails begins to get rampage and attack. And what happens is, for the most part, Naruto and Sasuke are on the defensive right from the get-go. Jubito's too fast, and not only that, because the reanimations and the Zetsus and the curse monsters are dealing good damage to the shinobis of the world, they're kind of backed into a corner. But what happens is Danzo appears out of nowhere, with the root ninja and everything like that. And the root ninja go to attack all the reanimations and the stupid curse monsters, and not only that, Danzo runs over to Orochimaru without Orochimaru even realizing. He opens his headband up and instantaneously connects with Orochimaru, and uses his Koto. He knew he'll make himself go blind, but he put the full ability of the Koto Matsukabe on Orochimaru. And he stated that the Orochimaru must protect the hidden leaf, because with everything that's happening, Danzo's just be biding his time whether he can use his jutsu or not, and he gets it. He gets Orochimaru and uses Orochimaru to pretty much protect the hidden leaf and not go against the current ruling, and that is Jiraiya. So from that point, Orochimaru instantly turns against Madara and Obito, and the reanimations and the curse mark monsters begin to fight the Zetsu clone. Because the Zetsu clones are at least 3 times more powerful than canon, they needed them. And not only that, Danzo is on the ground. He has one eye open, and as he's about to open up his wristband to do the Izanagi trick, what happens is massive Susanoo sword comes and swipes straight at Danzo and destroys half of all Danzo's ninja with one hit. And that's Madara. But what happened is Orochimaru sees everything, he knows what he needs to do. Orochimaru runs to Naruto, tells Naruto to make a clone. At first Naruto's like, what the hell? What's happening? But Itachi saw everything. He saw that Danzo used Orochimaru's Danzo used Shishui's eye on Orochimaru. And from there, it made it easier, made everything much more, It made him more malleable, made him helpful towards the leaf. Naruto doesn't judge Itachi his words, anything like that, but instead he takes instantly the advice, and he goes, okay, Lord Danzo, what do you need? He goes, I need Lord Danzo. He goes, what do you need? Orochimaru, and he goes, I need you to take me to the old Uzumaki shrine in Hidden Leaf. Naruto goes, I have a sealed tag, it's not far from there. It was only about a 10-second walk, and he goes, and not only that, Naruto, I would need 4 of these Zetsus, 4 of these white things, and he goes, He goes, definitely. He goes, definitely. He goes, okay then. Instantly jumps out, puts his hands together and hits the ground, and all these seals go and binds 4 Zetsus, and Naruto goes, I got them, bound them to my chakra. Place your arms on me now, Orochimaru. Places his arms on Naruto, and instantly they disappear. And when Madara sees this, he understands, yeah, Jupiter's powerful and everything like that, but something's happening. It's kind of weird that one of the most powerful shinobi in the battle has just disappeared. So what happens, Madara tells Jupiter to stop holding back and start fucking going hundy. And for the most part, Obito does, he goes handy to the point where he rips out Octopus's chakra and Killer Bee's energy and takes it all in. And for the most part, Killer Bee dies. And not only that, Obito without hesitation chucks a fucking a chakra rod through the Tsuchikage and the Raikage and the Mizukage, killing them without hesitation right in front of Sasuke and them. Like, he made sure just to show the difference. And Sasuke standing there with his eternal Monkikyo, him and Itachi have their backs to each other, making sure that the battle is centered. Now while Sasuke and Itachi sort of square up against Jubito, Naruto heads back to the old Uzumaki shrine where Orochimaru grabs the Death God's mask, puts it on, and not only that, he releases the seal, and he gets stabbed open. But what happens is, because he's in perfect Sage mode, Jugo's DNA and Kabuto's body, he's able to instantaneously heal from the attack. And not only that, because he had 4 Zetsus, he was able to reanimate Hashirama, Tobirama, Third Hokage, and Minato. And for the most part, everything goes near towards the canon, but there's none of that talking bullshit. Instead, Naruto pleads for their help. When Minato sees Naruto, he's very proud to see his son. And not only that, when Minato fist bumps Naruto, both the Nine Tails, the little bit of Nine Tails Naruto has left, and the Nine Tails and Minato connect for the first time, and it gives Naruto a big boost in chakra. And for the most part, Madara senses Hashirama's alive. He's like, finally. And from there, Naruto flying Raijins everyone back to the battlefield, Hidden Cloud. And when the second Hokage sees it, he goes, we're in the Hidden Cloud territory. This kid's able to use the flying Raijin to that degree? How incredible. Minato's like, he goes, yeah, my son. He's proud of Naruto hideout. And when the previous 4 Kage see the new Hokage fighting with Lady Tsunade, Orochimaru gets in the battle as well. With them, helps them out at the same time, and the Zetsus are fucking doing quite well. But what happens is, because the reanimations and the cursed monsters are helping out now, everything starts to stalemate the battle. But what happens is, Madara gets sick of waiting for Jubito, and he tells him to begin the preparation. So he summons the God Tree, and from there, all the previous 4 Kages do the same thing. Minato first meets up with Jiraiya, and he tells him he's happy to see his old sensei and the fact that the sensei is Hokage now. And so what happens is, Minato goes into his tail beast state. They all teleport around the Ten Tails tree, the one that's about to shoot all these fucking massive Ten Tails attacks. And they make the Crimson Barrier Gate easy as, blocks them all up. He shoots and it absorbs it, and then what happens is, Obito begins to rip down the tree. Rip down the barrier, of course. And as this is happening, Madara and and Hashirama are talking. And what happens, Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya are battling as hard as they can, pressing as hard as they can. And for the most part, they wipe out all the Zetsus with the reanimations. And from there, Naruto tells everyone, I need you guys all to step back from this fight. I'm the last Jinchuriki. And what happens is, when Madara sees this, he instantly puts his hands together and weaves some hand signs, and he does the rebirth. And for the most part, Black Zetsu bonds with Obito, and from there, but Obito hasn't destroyed his mask yet, so no one knows it's Obito but Orochimaru. And as he's doing so, it's actually working. Obito gets forced to do the rebirth, and his hair goes white and he drops to the ground. Madara gets revived, and from there he drops down. He starts to decimate everyone, even without his eyes, to the point where he was able to go to a Hashirama that was holding the barrier still before he stopped Obito, and he grabs the Hashirama, starts to drain the sage energy from Hashirama, and then from there kicks puts multiple chakra rods through Hashirama, and knowing that he chucks a chakra rod right through Obito's gut, lands on Obito, and begins to pull out all the tail beasts. Now as this happens, Naruto jumps at Madara, and he puts his own chakra in his own way, pretty much how he does in his mind, where he merges his chakra with the Nine Tails. He does the same thing with Madara, but the one where he's ripping out the 10 tails out of Obito. And as he's doing this, he's in a world fighting inside of Madara, and for the most part Madara's winning despite how powerful Naruto is. What happens is Madara manages to pull out the 9 tails out of Naruto, but Naruto manages to pull out 10% of every other tail beast but the 9 tails. So he has all 8 tail beasts but the 9 tails in him, and Naruto falls. He's not fully injured from the attack, but he managed to get at least a piece of every tail beast, and he's missing the 9 tails. And as this happened, Minato flying rising to Naruto's falling body and jumps away. And at this moment, Madara has now fully became like how he does in canon before he fights Might Guy. So what happens is Madara becomes a new 10 tails Jinchuriki. Now as this is happening, Zetsu's still on Obito, and he for the most part is able to get he's able to get his eye back, Madara, easy from Obito. And that Zetsu finds the other one. Now as Zetsu finds the other one, manages to find the other eye, Naruto is slightly dying because the 9 tails still got pulled out of him despite him having all the other tail beasts. And then what happens is Sasuke, seeing this, he goes to rush to attack Madara. He goes to rush to attack Madara, and what happens? Madara chucks the chakra rod right through Sasuke's chest and kicks him so far away. And then Sasuke ends up landing not far from Naruto's with a massive chakra rod piercing his chest. And what happens is Karin, unlike in canon, Karin sees this and remembers Sasuke saving it from a bear back in the tuning exams. So she rushes to Sasuke's without hesitation, rushes to him hardcore, because she's still alive. And not only that, I was very obscure with Zetsu and Shuigetsu, but they managed to get out of the Hidden Leaf. So for the most part, they ready their battle. Now what happens is Karin allows Sasuke to take her chakra, and then Hashirama also gives chakra to both Naruto and Sasuke, because what happens is Todoroki managed to get the chakra rods out of him. So what happens is, and Minato seals the other half of the 9 tails with Naruto. Now what happens is, as things go by, Sasuke meets up with Hagoromo, so does Naruto, like in canon. But Hagoromo can sense a massive difference between the Indra and Ashura spirits. They have changed as if the centuries of old powers have kind of like died in a negative way, and all the negatives pretty much gone. That they're left like brothers, how they should have been. And this makes Hagoromo happy. So what happens is he fully gives them stronger powers. He makes Naruto and Sasuke way stronger than canon. So even if they would have used those seals on their hands, those seals stay permanently on them, meaning they permanently keep their 6 paths jutsu. Sasuke, his Rinnegan stays active always, and not only that, his Eternal Mangekyou is way more powerful, and he has the normal Rinnegan abilities, but he has the capacity to use it just like how Nagato was, how he's just really powerful. Sasuke now has way more chakra, and when it comes to Naruto is unfortunately stuck in his 6 path sage mode always. So even if he was to deactivate the 9 tails within him, Naruto will always have sage mode with 6 path sage energy on at all times. So what happens is Sasuke and Naruto both stand up, way more different. Sasuke is way more powerful. His suicidal energy is just flaring from him. Everyone can sense the difference. And what happens when Madara gets his second eye, he puts it in, he has both his eyes, and he stands there ready for his battle. And as he readies himself, Naruto and Sasuke appear right in front of him. Way more different than canon. These guys are way stronger, okay? And they're gonna give this Madara a go. But that's why I'm gonna leave this world of guys, okay? Just to reiterate, Naruto and Sasuke are both permanently enhanced with 6 paths energies, and not only that, they're ready to fight 6 paths double Rinnegan wielding Madara, okay? So yeah, that's why I want to leave this world off. But I hope you guys like this world off. Sorry I've been away, just been doing a Kakashi, wandering through life, trying to figure shit out. My bad, and I hope you guys do like this world off. As usual guys, please, if you guys can, like and subscribe, leave your comments down below in this video and let me know what I can do to change or not only that, just give me your opinions. I like it, okay? But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Co saying peace.